is the number. Let's go straight to Laura Dodsworth this morning. Laura, very good morning to you.
Good morning, and what a morning to join you. Goodness, isn't there a lot going on?
Well, I mean, Matt Hancock, I wasn't expecting that, for heaven's sake. We were going to talk about this book that he's doing, which I thought at first was it was a spoof. I thought somebody's put this out on social media. Then it turns out Isabel Oakeshot's actually writing it with him. The world's gone mad, hasn't it?
I think the world has gone mad. I think this is this all smacks of a very desperate attempt at rehabilitation.
Yes.
There's a slight suspicion, maybe, at least on my part, that he's running away from the COVID inquiry. Of course the whip's been taken away from him. You can't be paid as an MP and go on a jaunt to the jungle to try to rehabilitate your image. It's absolutely inappropriate for his constituents and, of course, for Parliament. Now, to be honest, I think there are lots of people who will probably tune into I'm a Celebrity. The programme makers have described it as a sensational signing, because I think a lot of the nation are going to want to see him hungry, eating insects and doing horrible challenges.
Yes.
That's the truth of it. I think there's a real kind of bread and circuses element to this. While he's probably trying to rehabilitate his career and turn his reputation around, a bit late, not going to work, but, you know, that's what he's trying to do. On the other hand, for the programme makers, that they can sense there's going to be this real salacious interest in seeing the man humiliated on TV. I think he's made a very unwise decision. Yeah. But a decision like this is only prompted by somebody who really is in complete denial about their part in the pandemic and the measures, and self-serving, ambitious, and dare I say, a little bit narcissistic.
Yeah, I think he sees himself in a very different way to the way everybody else sees him. And when he used to write these pieces in the Mail on Sunday, you know, people often come up to me and ask me, you know, how I managed to do such a great job during such a terrible time. And you're going, nobody's coming up and asking you that. But I've got this from Carl, who says, Matt Hancock and I'm a celeb. If ever there was a time I'm hoping Australia would shut their borders again for 2 years, it's just after Hancock arrives. I mean, that's mostly the sentiment that I'm getting from ordinary people who just think the man's a buffoon. Even if they don't hate him for what he did, they just don't think he's a worthy sort of person to be in any position of power.
No, so maybe better in the jungle than, in the Treasury. Could be worse, couldn't it? But, you know, similarly with his book, it was described by a Telegraph columnist yesterday as highly anticipated. I don't think it is. I mean, perhaps I'll be wrong, and I certainly don't want to be churlish about another author's book sales. You know, best of luck to everybody who goes through the hard work of getting a book out there. But I have a feeling this is a book that's only going to be highly anticipated by the bargain bin.
Yeah.
The problem with Matt Hancock is that people have a really good radar for integrity. And, you know, we saw him apologise to the nation when he broke the rules that he foisted upon us, that we couldn't have normal relationships, when he had an affair with a staffer and left his wife, who believed she was in a happy and stable marriage. So I don't think people are going to buy the book and think they're getting the truth. I don't think they will believe they're getting a genuine expose. What I think we'll get is somebody who's trying to cover his mistakes, pin the blame on other people, and turn his career around. Yeah. And who wants to buy that?
Well, exactly right. I mean, I wonder whether we're going to end up with a guy who actually finishes up on rather dull, sort of late afternoon quiz shows on television, and that's really all that he's worth. But there is the one serious element to this is there is public money at stake. He is being paid a salary to operate on behalf of his constituents, and I think while he's not there, that should be withheld from him.
Well, absolutely. He doesn't look serious about his career. I don't actually see how you can be a serious MP and be on a programme like I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.